What's good, guys? Slow MFM here. Welcome to another tutorial video under this playlist, Inkscape for vector illustration. For the past video, we have been manipulating shapes into creating different vector objects. I've been showing you how you can use different parts operation, but in this video I'll be showing you how you can do your first ever outline trace on Inkscape. So let's get started. So this is an image. This is what we'll be using for the practice. I downloaded this image on Pinterest. You can use any other image of your choice. Just follow along this tutorial. So this is the image we'll be tracing out. The first thing to note while tracing is to make sure that your image is first of all centralized. And to do that, you want to come over to this panel and you have your image imported and selected. You come over to the align menu. If it's not shown here on your menu bar here, you can click the shortcut Control Shift A. It will bring out this align menu, and you just click here to align vertically in the middle and click here to align horizontally in the middle. So it's already aligned, so we can begin our tracing. But first I want to lock the image in place so that I don't accidentally move it just like this. To do that, we open your layers menu. Under your layers menu, you can see the shortcut Shift Control L. If it's not showing on your Inkscape, you can just use the shortcut Shift Control plus L to open your align menus, your layers menu. So once it's open, you see our image here. This is it. You can name your image. So let's name it trace. So there's it. We have named our image. And if you come over here, you see this tray icon here. This is the opacity. This is the hide mode. You can click it to hide the image, and you can click it back to bring it back. And this is the lock menu. So before we lock this in place, I want to make a duplicate of this so that I'll have another one side by side, so that while we are doing the outline trace, we can be keeping track of what we're actually doing. So I'll click Ctrl D on my keyboard and it's duplicated. I'll just hold down my shift and use the arrow key menu to move it to the other side. There you go. So then I lock this main image here, just like this. I locked it, and this is the other one we just duplicate. So let's double click and name it trace duplicate so we don't get confused. Or I did the original one, is already locked, and I want to reduce the opacity. The reason why I'm reducing the opacity is that when we are tracing, our outline will be visible enough for us to know if we are still on track. So I think just around 80 something is enough opacity. So there is it, guys. We have reduced the opacity, we have locked it. So it's time to begin tracing, and the tool we are using for the tracing is the pen tool. You can get this on your toolbar here. Look at it, pen tool, or use the control shortcut B. Use the shortcut B on your keyboard to activate it. This is a very powerful tool. Every illustrator, every vector illustrator should be very good with this tool. It is a very powerful tool you can use for your tracing, and I'll be showing you my special way of tracing. So while we are tracing, we'll be adjusting the curves on the way, which is very, very good. It will save you a lot of time coming to re-edit. So it's better you adjust the curves and get everything right while you are tracing the image out, and I'll be showing you how you can do this. So you want to make sure that you are zoomed into your image. You can start from any point. Let's start from this top here. I feel this the right hand side and the left hand side, they are equal. So let's try doing one side and duplicating. Let's see how it works. These are little tips that you can just use to really make your work fast. If you can just identify them, your workflow will be really perfect. So for us to confirm, let's draw down our arrow menu. You can see that they are on the same line, which is to tell you that they are actually the same. So we can just do one and duplicate to the other side without wasting time. So let's get into it. So we are starting from here. I'll click here with my pen tool, and you can see while I drag, this red line there is the outline. It's showing you where the line will be once you make that click. Once I make this click now here, you can see my black line will be appearing here. That is what the outline is for. So I'll do Ctrl Z and I'll start again. So once I make the click here, you can see that this side is curved. So I want to make it curved, and to do that, you go to the end of that curve. So there's a curve here and it ends here. So instead of just clicking and releasing, I'll click and hold while I'm still holding down my mouse, and I'll just drag and make sure that I got the curve just like it. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect because it's an outline. So there's it. Once you have it click, you just right click on your keyboard, the outline would show. There is it. Simple as that. So that's what we'll be doing continuously for the whole thing. Let's just do for this side. Again, there's a curve here. Go to the end of the curve and then you drag. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, just get the point. There you go. And then we'll continue for the whole thing. So you can see that there are a little bit of mistakes is here in this curve part. So We can adjust that by coming to our notes tool and selecting this note, so you can delete this and just adjust the end. Again, let's delete this and just adjust the end. So just a little bit of adjustment so we don't come back and make the adjustment. So let's continue. Again, switch back to our pen tool B, that's the shortcut. Make this curve here. Again, right click, connect it back. When connecting, make sure that when you place your pen tool over this node here, make sure it turns blue so you know that it is connecting. Then you can click and it is connected right from where we started. You get. So let's continue. There is it. We are done with one of the horn. Like I said, I think they are symmetrical. So to confirm that, we will just make a duplicate of this outline, so we don't have to do for the right hand side of the image. So I'll just click on Ctrl D on my keyboard. It is now duplicated on top of each other, and then I'll just have to mirror it by coming to this part here over my window menu. This side, let's say flip object, so I'm flipping it to the other side, just like this is flip. Then I just hold down my shift and my L key to move it to the right hand side of the image and make sure that it is aligned. So there you go. It's not exactly perfect, but yeah, they are symmetrical. That's how it's supposed to be. So now for the main part, we have to connect the nodes together so they are one. So you can see they are not connected here. You click on your nodes tool. This is one. You hold down your shift, click on the second nodes tool. So now we want to connect these nodes together. While still holding down your shift, you click on this node and you click on this one. Then you come over to your window menu here till you see join selected nodes. If you have been following this playlist from the first lesson, you should know how to do this easy. So once you click on it, they will be joined together. Okay, so we have to move them closer. Sorry, let me do that again. All right, so they are now joined together, so we can now continue. Alright guys, I've done the outline around the image, so we'll need to start doing some outline inside of the image. So let me show you what we have done so far. Let me hide the image so you can see we have gotten the outline around. So we need to do the details inside, like the eyes and the nose. So let's start with the eyes. So I will on back the image and I will zoom here. Again, these eyes are symmetric, so we'll just do one and duplicate to the other end. So let's start with the eyeball. Alright guys, so this is the outline of this image here. We have done the outline, so it doesn't have to be well detailed. So when you are putting in the fill and shadows and highlights, that is when all this detail will come out. So the purpose of this video is just to show you how to do an outline. So as we move on in this Inkscape for vector illustration playlist, we'll be going to how we can make an illustration, full illustration using Inkscape. So we have been exploring the outline for the past few videos. We have explored shapes, path operation, and this we have talked about the pen tool. Yeah, so we use the pen tool to make the outline of this image. So we'll be exploring more tools in the coming video. If this video is really helpful, kindly leave a like, subscribe, comment below if you have any question or any suggestion regarding our next video. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.